Hey everyone, welcome back to Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins with Jordan Spurgeon and a special guest. Who do we have here, Jordan?
Coach Zdebski from Hamilton High School. We're here for the Battle for Arizona Avenue this week. We're at Soho 63. Great time today. What does it mean to you just to first off be here and, prepare in a different way for the game this
Well,
week?
it's a great event for all the coaches and players, and everybody gets a chance to get dressed up a little bit and enjoy the day.
So we've talked to 6 of your players now.
Mhm.
I want to hear a little bit, it's a long question, but a little bit on each of them. Maybe if you had to say a sentence about each guy we've had a chance to chat with.
In terms of football, who they are,
Who they
or
are.
what you
Who
looking
they
at
are.
there?
Yeah, let's get off the field a little bit.
Nico is a great leader, extremely vocal, takes charge of things. He's going to be all these guys are going to be very successful as post high school, post college graduates. Christian, very talented young man that his upside is incredible, and wherever he goes to school, somebody's going to get a steal right there. Dawson Hubbard is a very physical young man. Again, great leader, very vocal, takes charge of things, and is very responsible. Michael Masunis, again, like a lot of these guys, works relentlessly year round, super attitude, and as they all are, outstanding students as well. Grayson Stovall, again, very vocal as a leader, big dude, great feet, extremely athletic for his size, and, very team oriented right there. And then, you got Deuce Davis as a kid that is really developed as much, if not more, than any player that I've probably ever coached or seen.
So, Coach, okay, you know them all well. Now,
Yeah.
The one thing they all reiterated to us, revenge. That's been part of the driving factor for them this year. How have you sort of cultivated that or managed that expectation this year? Because obviously they all want revenge against Chandler this week.
To me, we just need to look at it as week 10, not put too much into it in regards besides it's our 10th game. And then 2 weeks from there, we'll prepare for our 11th game to avoid those emotional roller coasters of up and down. Because, you can have all the pregame hype and all this great stuff right here, but it's still going to be a 48-minute game where you got to play with self-discipline and composure.
You guys have obviously been looking at film for at least a few days now. What do you feel like?
Last December.
All right, there we go. Since last December. So what do you think is different about this year's Chandler team, and what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge?
Well, I don't think there's much different. The fact is they're 9-0, and they're playing exceptional defense, and they continue to win.
What are your team's strengths against Chandler, do you think, coming into this week? Or really any week?
I don't know. I think any team has their strengths and weaknesses, and the things that we want to focus on are self-discipline, our pre and post snap execution, and really the discipline in that category right there, and just focus on what we can control.
We've asked every one of these guys to kind of name a hype man on the team. When you look out at the field, who do you feel like is maybe the top 1 or 2 hype men that you would be like, I need him to give a pep talk now?
Well, I think Nico does a great job when he takes charge of things. I hand it off to him as soon as we're done with flex, and he's the guy that really talks to the team real quick right there.
So when you guys are in sort of the dog days, and they mentioned earlier you guys do a good job really keeping them focused, who else on the team do you think really kept them focused as a leader this year, especially when things were looking different?
I think the reason we're such a good team is that we have a number of players that are doing it. All these individuals right here are a great part of keeping us as focused, and there's a number of other players as well. So it's not just the coaches, it's the team ownership that has brought us to this point.
So off the field right now, we chatted with all of them about their suit and ties. About half of them tied their own ties. About half of them had a little help from mom.
Right.
What's it like seeing your guys go from, locker room attire to, dressed nice and fancy for this?
And this is a big event, and it justifies them looking the way they do. Very professional and taking great honor in participating in this event. And that's why we want the kids to look good, and it's a great representation of our high school.
If you had to wear one of their suit and ties, who would you pick?
I like Deuce's tie.
All right.
That's the tie.
Deuce's
I want
tie.
right there. Yep.
I think I have one very similar to that too, actually. It is a really nice
I
tie.
did
Me
too.
too.
I didn't want to go too crazy with things, so I'm a little more conservative for this.
Awesome, Coach. Well, thank you so much for your time and joining
Thank you.
us, and good luck this
Okay.
week.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on. Best of luck this week. Thanks for joining us on Bleacher Talk. We'll be back with more interviews coming up after the break.